You're listening to Biz-Souls, the business podcast with an edge, hosted by me, Rona Lewis, and Jeffrey Hansler. Tune in for perspectives and discoveries about the changing world of business. It's time to connect to the heart, soul, and humor of how business gets done. Hi, kids, and welcome to Biz-Souls. I'm Rona Lewis.
I'm Jeffrey Hansler, and we get to the heart and soul of business and the people that make it happen. And today, Rona's out of the office. What? Oh.
I am. Okay, I was going to say that, but go ahead, say it.
Yeah, Rona's out of the office, so our guests are going to shoot live in there, and Rona's got another project to be working on, so she couldn't make it down, so we're going to shoot it this way. This is my new co-host. This is Rona Lewis.
That's what I was going to say. We're changing things up, and our friend Stephanie is in the studio with Jeffrey. And I have to say, she's more petite than I am, so Jeffrey can never complain about me not living up, being as tall as the microphone.
We have blocks and boxes under her just to get her up here. So
there you go. So our friend Stephanie is on the cutting edge of a new way to make money, and I thought that we would kind of start at the beginning. And first of all, hi Stephanie.
Hi.
So tell us exactly. It's UGC.
User generated content.
Okay, what does that mean? What do you have to do for this? Tell us everything.
Well, hang on. We're kind of jumping around here. We're going to jump around. I get to ask my first question.
His question.
Come on, I got to ask my question. So my question was, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I had no idea.
Okay, none whatsoever.
No.
And you've had all kinds.
But I've always been destined for greatness.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
That's good. And you were also very creative. You're
I love
a fabulous artist
creating
and you have
art.
a great eye. Yeah.
That's my first passion.
What your first passion? She was talking over you when you were talking.
My first passion is art, as Rona said.
Okay. And so you typical jobs, growing up, everything else, and then you even worked. You were working for another company, and then you decided you really wanted to just do this on your own. So I'm going to ask the first question, or the second question, which is, why did you want to work on your own? What drives that?
Somebody had hired me to kind of learn under him, and I just had to make referrals to him. And he was paying me, and I made a referral, and it was $1,000 every month. And I was like, wow, I would love to do this. So it was I got into sales, and then I met Martin, and then it worked even better with our lifestyle because we live on the road a lot.
Okay, very, very good. And so now, Rona, I'm sorry, you can pick it up with UGC.
Oh, can I? Thank you so much.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so you found this UGC, which is user-generated content. And so what does it mean? What exactly is it?
So it stands for user-generated content. Basically, brands, designers, companies, whenever you're scrolling on their social media, you'll see videos, sometimes even ads of testimonials and how-tos, unboxings. And so you're basically not the spokesperson, because they want as many people as they can get. So You're just doing basically like advertising, organic advertising for them. So you pick a product that you like, and then what do you do exactly? So there are agencies where you can apply to gigs, such as like Join Brands or Incense, and it's like a job posting board.
Okay.
And they'll just have all these different gigs, and you apply to whichever ones you think you can do. Like there's some where they want like a quick trend. Like there's a lot of trends on social media where like people are, say, lip syncing to a song or saying something personal. But you know what I'm talking about? You'll see these trends, or you'll see it kind of repeated.
Sure. Uh-huh.
And most of these trends are on what? TikTok, or are they
Instagram.
on Instagram?
Instagram.
Everywhere. Yeah. Like it's a strange concept. It's like basically just copying something you see over and over and over again, but you make it yourself. So those are trends, and so some of these brands want to hop on these trends and make these videos for their own page, and that's where we come in. Or we could just do like a testimonial or whatever.
And Why? So the other thing related, somewhat related to UGC, is affiliate marketing. Now, what's the difference between the two of them?
Well, affiliate marketing, you get paid for your referrals versus UGC, you're getting paid for the video.
So for an affiliate marketer, you've got to have a large audience or a following, kind of.
I'd say so.
Yeah, and then are those the influencers? Is that what they do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you could do affiliate marketing but that's a whole different thing. You could do like sales funnels, build websites, advertising, but that's not what I've done that, but I'm trying something new.
Excellent. So basically, what I'm hearing is that you make videos for the product that you apply to if they say, okay, go ahead.
And then I'll get the product for free.
Oh, nice. So do you have to write your own, or do they give you a script? What's the process?
Sometimes they'll give you like a concept and a script. Sometimes you have to come up with your own idea. Like right now, I'm working on one for like a lip-plumping lip gloss company.
Okay.
I'm still waiting to get the product, and then they want a video that's a how-to video. And then from there, I have creative freedom.
Nice.
And then they'll put like a timeline.
First, find your lips. Then, right here.
Yeah.
So Rona, you were in acting. You're still a SAG member, right?
Yeah.
So you did, what was the commercial you did? The one commercial?
I've done a few commercials.
A few of them. So what that was
I
a
think
beer.
I've done one.
What was the beer one? What was the beer one?
Oh, Bud Light. I did a Bud Light one ages ago. That's where I made the most money. You could make a ton of money with beer commercials. Yeah.
So, and you were the talent. So now,
Yes.
Stephanie, so you're the talent. You're also the director, the writer,
The editor. Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, you have to know everything. I think you have to be a great storyteller for one, be very captivative. That's where I'm still kind of learning my chops. And then on top of that, you have to know all the complex editing, and that I've been spending probably 4 months learning. I would say before I'm really comfortable with this new little career, I'd say maybe a year. I started making money in my first 2 weeks, but I'm charging a low wage right now, but I think a good living wage, give me a year.
Now kind of skip. You're charging a low wage now. Does that make you more appealing to the company generally?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. If you're going to hire a photographer, you want to get the best photographer, you're going to pay top dollar for it.
Right.
But amateurs aren't going to charge top dollar.
Okay.
That's a great point.
Not to say I'm not good at it. I just am not, multi-years in, which some people are.
Okay.
Of course. So is there an average range that, how did you know what to charge? I'm not asking how much. I'm just asking, how do you know?
The agencies that I've been applying to, they'll have a range. Like I'll pay between $80 and $250. And usually the good UGC creators, I've been doing it for a long time, they charge between $250 to $500, sometimes even $1,000 for a 30-second video. And so I kind of charge in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. So you would have to, I would imagine, as the learning process becomes easier and you get more adept in it, you would be able to do a few of them a week, right?
Oh, easily. Some people do multiple a day.
Wow.
Because if you write the script out and then you film it, you could do it probably in like 2 hours.
Nice.
If you're like really, on it.
Yeah. Well, I remember when Jeffrey first started with the podcast. Remember how long it took for you to edit?
Yeah.
The editing is the
forever.
longest.
It would take a long time. And it was learning the software, and so
Right.
And software
That's
has
my point.
improved lately. So I'm on the Adobe Premiere suite, and I pick that one up because it's all integrated and stuff. And sometimes I hate myself for doing it. There are easier ones. What are you using?
I do.
What do you use?
It's called CapCut.
Okay.
It's from BrightDance, the company that owns TikTok.
Very
Nice.
good. And
And hopefully that won't get cut, the way we'll know what's going on with that because of TikTok.
Well, TikTok's back, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
I know
back.
it is, yes.
I really don't think it's going to go. I think they're
good.
going
I
to
hope
sell
not.
it. I don't know what they're going to do, but I don't see it leaving.
So-
It's such a big part of people. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
How have you gone about your learning? So, I mean, for me, learning, I learned a little bit about editing, make a bunch of mistakes. We did a bunch of podcasts that were really static. And the one thing we did right was we started videoing from the beginning. From the very beginning, we started videoing. So then I had to learn editing. Then I had to learn sound and audio, or actually the audio came first because first even though we were doing the video, we published the audio only. And then we're also looking for what I call our voice, and we're looking for our brand. And so, how have you approached this?
Well, same path as you guys, to be honest. I just started filming right away. Then I started learning the editing. Then I'm starting to learn like the storytelling concept.
Right.
And then from there, I'm working on the sound because I'm realizing how important the sound is. And I think building your brand and learning your voice, the only way you can learn that is through experience and time.
Right.
You have to develop it
And have you,
as you get more comfortable.
yeah, and did you have an idea of different brand? Like, I mean, you're obviously very attractive. Did you want to go? And a lot of people just sell. They're always selling. It's always innuendo, and it's not always appealing. It's kind of lowbrow. It's like lowbrow comedy. And then
Are you asking her, has she found her voice
well,
and
I'm
what
asking,
she wants her brand to
what
be?
is she considered? I mean, for our stuff, we were first longer podcasts, and we went to shorter podcasts. We were thinking of doing it, with a lot of humor, and we tried scripting with it and stuff like that. So
He wanted to do it that way. I have to point. You did.
I think this is different, Jeffrey. I'm filming for across the board of different brands, of different niches.
Right.
So
you
I'm
adapt.
constantly having to adapt. You have to basically look at what their brand and their style is, how their whole marketing has been, and mimic that.
And do they give you kind of suggestions or
Yeah,
recommendations?
they'll have like a branding board and like color themes. They want us to wear bright clothes. They want high energy. They want it to be more educational.
Well, and I still think once you know what your voice is, because it's, like when Jeffrey and I speak a lot, no matter what the subject is, I am always me. And you have your own unique, adorable way of being, I should say. And I think you should, keeping that no matter what you do, that's
And like
your
I
brand.
said,
That's
that
who
all
you are,
you
yeah.
develop through time and experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been experimenting? Have you tried things that you like or don't like? Like, we don't like the long podcasts. I especially didn't because I'm doing the editing.
Correct.
What do I not like? No, I don't know. I'm trying everything. I'm doing very highly edited videos with like little sound overlays, little text overlays, and then where the scene will transition and I'm zooming in. I'm just playing around until I figure out what I like.
How many cameras are you using when you're filming yourself?
Just one.
Just one
My
right
cell
now?
phone.
Okay. Oh, really? It's all on your phone?
Yeah, and I edit all on my phone. I keep telling Martin I want to use his iPad. It would be
Oh, yeah.
huge help. And then the CapCut app, I have it on my laptop, but it's just so much more convenient on my phone because I'm filming it right there. But as you can imagine, it gets a little messy.
I am so old school. We got cameras all over the place.
I know. Well, and I'm a food blogger, and I have a lot of friends who are really into it, and they film things and they take amazing pictures using their iPad.
Yeah.
So I would ask your lovely husband to buy you your own iPad.
Well, he says that he only uses it to read. So I'm like, well, we can share it. I just have to wipe it.
Wipe it down. We don't want to. Martin doesn't like germs, so.
Well, wipe it because it has all of his photos and texts and.
Of course, I. That was a joke. But okay.
Is there a time limit on what do they want them 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, longer?
They'll put a range.
They'll put a range?
Usually, I've never seen anything more than 2 minutes.
Okay.
People get bored.
Yeah, that's
It's
something
like,
I'm
get to the
trying to
point.
learn too, is what's really important is getting that visual hook right when you first
Right.
start. What stops the scroll? I'm 6 months into learning the whole marketing behind social media.
Yeah, well,
But
we're going into year 4, and we're still learning. It's complex and it's a lot. Or you can pay a ton of money and have somebody else do it for you, hire a professional. That's a gamble, though, and there are a lot of. I mean,
and not cheap.
no, and I've talked to other people that do it, and you have to be really careful who you get because a lot of them promise the
Oh, yeah.
world and deliver absolute zip.
I do think, though, it's very beneficial. I did this for my other business, 3D My Rental. I hired a social media girl for a few months, and I just kind of shadowed her and would watch what she would post and how she would follow the trends. And you have to find like trending audio, but I learned so much from her that now I'm like,
Did it
okay,
work for you?
yeah, it did. It did. I learned so much fundamentals.
Nice.
Outstanding.
You know what? That was probably worth the money in and of itself.
Absolutely. And as far as UGC, Jeffrey was asking that I did online courses.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Oh, I do online courses all the time.
Do you have a recommendation for online courses?
Actually, yeah, it's this lady, Creatively Linda. She was working in a tech Fortune 100 company doing like their tech or something, and then she left and started doing UGC, and in her very first month made $7,000.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, and so at first I did a UGC course from someone who's an influencer, so to speak. UGC is not her main thing, but she knows the general industry.
Yeah.
And I took it and it was okay, but I was like, I think I'd rather do a course from someone that their main thing is UGC.
And did you pay for the course or was it free? Oh, you paid for the course. Okay.
$300.
Oh, very, very good.
That's not
And is she there for support afterwards?
Yeah, there's a whole little Slack. Are you familiar
Yeah.
with Slack?
Sure.
Yeah, she
I
has
use
a
it,
whole
yeah.
Slack, and I think a Facebook community. She's pretty involved.
Very, very good.
Excellent.
So have you got any funny stories for us, things you've done?
Well, I could say one of my very first gigs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
It was for this. I was really excited. It was one of my first application ones for like your iPhone, so I didn't have to wait for the product. And all I had to do was read a script. Super simple. But it was a horoscope app, and I had to talk about the 6 hottest horoscopes. And at the end, I would say, do you want to know what your horoscope is? Just download the app. But it is a little cringy.
So are you going to be doing more of those or no?
No.
No.
In fact, my friend was like, I'm a little bit nervous about this video. Like, I was like, it's okay. Martin was okay with it. Martin told me to sound sexier.
Excels.
Did Cancer show up on the list?
It was Scorpio. Those guys are mysterious. You never know what you're going to get out of them. And then there was Aries and Gemini.
So, yeah, we're going down the list. Okay, I'm already uninterested in the
Okay,
list. It
good.
had to be a bad list. So if somebody wants to get hold of you, say maybe there's a company or somebody, and you haven't found them and they've discovered your brand, how do they get hold of you?
You can find my Instagram, Steph Does UGC.
Fantastic.
Very good.
Any other questions, Rona?
No, I think that's it. I'm excited to see all the nifty things you get to try and sell and make money from. So I think I actually think it's really, and I know you a little bit. So, using your, and you can be very funny. So using your personality and your incredible creativity, I think this is a great thing.
Thanks,
I think
Rona.
it fits you really well.
I really hope so. Thank you.
Well, and
course.
we had another Stephanie on, and she was affiliate marketing when she first started with us. I think she's doing $700-800, and then about a year later, she's doing $18,000 a month or something.
Oh,
she
wow,
really,
really?
Now she's
she's
teaching.
really done well. And
Within 1 year?
And so, yeah, it was skyrocketed. She just really focused on it because she had to pay for the boat. She was sailing around the world.
Yeah, she and her husband are driving around the world on a boat.
And we're trying to connect with her. I'm trying to connect with her to get her back on. So once you're, successful and,
Give
pulling
me
up in the limo.
6 months and
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I have some things
Hey.
on my vision board.
Exactly. Hopefully
We'll
you
be
don't
coming
take...
to borrow your studio.
Exactly.
To do this.
Exactly. All right. Well, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you, Stephanie. This has been really fun and really interesting. It's such a new thing, and you're one of the people that are really starting it now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next few years. You're like the Joe Rogan, who was one of the first podcasters. So that's where you are now. So you may be the Joe Rogan of UGC. We'll see.
Let's hope.
Hopefully you keep your hair. Joe's bald.
Yeah, that's true. And you're much prettier than he is. Anyway, all right. That is it for us. I'm Rona Lewis.
I'm Jeffrey Hansler.
And this has been Biz-Souls. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
You've been listening to the Biz-Souls podcast with your hosts Rona Lewis and Jeffrey Hansler. Did you have fun? Subscribe, rate, and leave a review. It's very much appreciated. Talk to you next week.